Success isn't handed to everyone. Some people have had to build it from the ground up. All these women had was a vision, determination, and a desire to thrive. And now, they've turned it into millions, or even billions. Here are 12 of the most successful self-made black women in the world. Number 12, Shonda Rhimes. In the filmmaking industry, Shonda Rhimes is queen, but how she got up there is something not many people know about. Born on the 13th of January, 1970, in Chicago, Illinois, she was the youngest of 6 children. Her mother, a university professor, and her father, a university administrator, were both passionate about education. And this is where Shonda's journey began. She developed a passion for storytelling and would dictate stories into a tape recorder as a child.
You know, I've always loved medical shows, and so creating Grey's Anatomy was really a chance to get to play in that world. And I love to watch medical documentaries.
When it was time for her higher studies, she attended Dartmouth College, where she majored in English literature and film studies, and graduated in 1991. During her time there, she participated in theater productions and wrote for the college newspaper. After Dartmouth, Shonda pursued a Master of Fine Arts in Screenwriting at the University of Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts. There, she excelled and earned the Gary Rosenberg Writing Fellowship. When she finally began her career, she was first involved in various roles in the film industry, including working as an intern and research director. She wrote screenplays for movies such as Introducing Dorothy Dandridge in 1999 and Crossroads in 2002.
And feel like once you pick something that you're obsessed with, that you can be open about how else you put together a room.
However, her big break came with television. In 2005, she created the medical drama Grey's Anatomy, which became a massive success and has also become the longest-running medical drama in television history. After that, she established her own production company, Shondaland, and produced hit series like Private Practice, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. For a couple of years now, her storytelling talent has earned her top deals, including a partnership with Netflix. As of 2025, Shonda Rhimes' net worth is estimated to be about $200 million. Number 11, Emma Grede. As someone from East London who had very limited opportunities and exposure, Emma Grede is a perfect example of determination and an entrepreneurial spirit. Emma was born on the 23rd of September 1982 in the Plaistow neighborhood, where she was raised by her mother alongside her 3 sisters.
Be honest, because, you know, my background was actually, I had an agency. And so for a long time, I was a very frustrated consultant that kind of worked in this, you know, first generation of...
From a young age, Emma showed keen interest in fashion, and at some point, she began saving her earnings from various jobs just to buy magazines like Elle and Vogue, and it only fed her passion even more. At 16, Emma was able to enroll at the London College of Fashion, where she interned at prestigious brands like Gucci. Soon, she began to recognize the value of hands-on experience, and so she left college before completing her degree to pursue more career opportunities. She first began working at a fashion show and events company called Inca Productions, where she honed her skills in fashion show production. In 2008, by the time she was just 26, Emma founded Independent Talent Brand Worldwide. This is a London-based talent management and entertainment marketing agency. Under her leadership, ITB began to collaborate with high-profile clients and were able to build a reputation in the industry.
You know, when you talk about people and your point of view on life, like I am a naturally positive disposition.
In no time, Emma's entrepreneurial ventures expanded, and she eventually co-founded several successful brands. In 2016, she launched Good American with Khloe Kardashian. The brand was aimed towards size inclusiveness, and it even achieved more success than they had hoped. On the very first day, they made over $1 million in sales. Emma also became a founding partner of Skims, a shapewear brand co-founded with Kim Kardashian in 2019. She also co-founded a plant-based cleaning products company called Safely in 2021. As of 2024, Emma's net worth is estimated to be about $390 million. Who knows what she's going to venture into next? Number 10, Adenike Ogunlesi. Without a doubt, Adenike's success story is one who took everyone by surprise, including her. She was born on the 14th of July, 1959 in Ijebu-Ode, Nigeria, to a Scottish mother and a Nigerian father. So she was exposed really early to diverse cultures that influenced her creativity over time. She attended secondary school in Ibadan and later enrolled at Ahmadu Bello University to study law.
Or you can decide and make a choice to be who you choose to be.
However, she realized that law wasn't her passion, so she left university during her second year and joined her mother's fashion business. Now this is exactly where she began to invest her time and skills into design and tailoring. One day, she needed pajamas for her children but somehow couldn't find anyone of quality. Adenike then decided to make them herself. The positive feedback from friends and family is what led her to see that there was something missing in the Nigerian market when it came to well-made children's clothing. By 1990, she founded a kids' clothing brand called Rough and Tumble. She started first by selling her creations from the trunk of her car and at local bazaars.
To break boundaries, to try new things, to be innovative. That belief in self that,
Over time, the brand flourished because of her commitment to quality and her understanding of the local market. Today, it still stands as a leading designer, manufacturer, and retailer of children's clothing in Nigeria, with multiple stores across the country. And, of course, she's won numerous accolades and continues to run the brand with the same level of excellence. Number 9. Pauline Kiobel. Pauline Kiobel was born and raised in Rwanda, but her life took a drastic turn when a civil war broke out in 1994, forcing her to flee and become a refugee. Fortunately, Pauline still beat all the odds and believed in a better future for herself.
40% of SMEs, the small and medium enterprise, are led and owned by women in Africa.
She was among the fortunate ones who immigrated to Tucson, Arizona, but she had to restart her life from scratch and pursue higher education. Her academic pursuits are what led her to become a double Fulbright scholar and fellow. She also earned degrees from the University of Arizona. Her professional career officially began with roles at esteemed organizations like the World Health Organization in Geneva and UNESCO in Paris. On a grand scale, these positions gave her a global perspective on development and innovation. However, Pauline's entrepreneurial spirit led her to establish her own organization called AfriProspect that connects African innovators with global markets.
Identify the real risk and the perceived risk. That's number one. And then when you add women in the mix, then everyone think, oh, women can't deliver.
In 2020, she founded another firm dedicated to providing investments to impactful, innovative, and scalable African female-led businesses called Shequity. Through Shequity, Pauline has been very instrumental in addressing the gender funding gap in Africa and empowered women entrepreneurs to cause economic growth. Although Pauline prefers that her net worth isn't publicly disclosed, she remains one of the most influential African female entrepreneurs. Number 8, Anok Yai. A lot of people have seen the breathtakingly beautiful Anok Yai, but just a few people know her story. Yai was born on the 20th of December 1997 in Cairo, Egypt, to South Sudanese parents. However, the family fled the Sudanese genocide and sought refuge first in Egypt before later relocating to Manchester, New Hampshire, when she was 3 years old. Her mother worked as a nurse, and her father was employed by Easter Seals, a non-profit organization, so she had really humble beginnings.
Musicians and friends that I've been inspired by, and I would paint their face, their body, everything, and then for some reason I always kept the eyes unpainted.
Somehow, Anok graduated from Manchester High School West and pursued biochemistry at Plymouth State University to become a doctor. But in October 2017, during Howard University's homecoming week, a photographer named Steve Hall saw Anok and knew she was going to be a sensation. He then took a photograph of her and shared it on Instagram. The image quickly went viral, got over 20,000 likes, and caught the attention of several modeling agencies. Anok then chose to start her modeling career by signing with Next Model Management. But just 4 months into her career, Anak became the first Sudanese model and the second black model after Naomi Campbell to open a Prada fashion show.
Every time I go to the Met Gala, I'm so stressed out. I'm just like, I didn't fall down the stairs. I have to go say hi to Anna. I'm like, how am I gonna sit? The gold Prada dress?
Yes.
And that was just the beginning of her many successes. She has graced the covers of international editions of Vogue, including American Vogue 3 times, and appeared in campaigns for esteemed brands like Estee Lauder, Tiffany & Co. and Nike. Now, Anak has nailed many modeling contracts, brand endorsements, and runway appearances for luxury fashion houses such as Versace, Fendi, and Louis Vuitton. As one of the top models in the industry, her net worth is about $5 million, and from what we can see, she's just getting started. And number 7, Rebecca Enonchong. As a proud Cameroonian, Rebecca rose to success way beyond the many restrictions of her environment and circumstances. During her teenage years was when Rebecca moved to the United States with her family. At just 15, she began selling newspaper subscriptions door to door. And from what her parents noticed, she had an early knack for sales and leadership.
In 1999, so I'm a veteran entrepreneur, right? I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I started my company in the United States.
By 17, she had advanced to a managerial role within the company. Rebecca then pursued higher education at the Catholic University of America to earn both a Bachelor and a Master of Science in Economics. After completing her studies, Rebecca gained experience again working with organizations like the Inter-American Development Bank and Oracle Corporation. Then in 1999, she was able to establish a company that would be a global provider of enterprise application solutions. Even with limited savings and almost no external funding, Rebecca grew Appstech into a multi-million-dollar business. Now they offer services to clients in over 40 countries. Rebecca has also shown that she's extremely dedicated to promoting technology and entrepreneurship across Africa.
Presque 3 ans maintenant, je suis présidente du conseil d'administration d'une organisation qui s'appelle AfriLabs. Et AfriLabs, c'est un réseau, une association.
She co-founded the Cameroon Angels Network and serves as board chair of AfriLabs, which is a pan-African network of over 150 innovation centers. Her efforts have earned her recognition, including being named one of Forbes' 10 female tech founders to watch in Africa on 2014. Number 6, Tsitsi Masiyiwa. Tsitsi Masiyiwa is an extremely successful Zimbabwean woman born on the 5th of January 1965 in Harare, Zimbabwe. As the youngest of 5 sisters, Tsitsi completed her primary education at Chishawasha Primary School and her secondary education at the Dominican Convent in Harare.
Giving us an opportunity to celebrate. You know, we hear so much of what is going wrong in the world.
In fact, during her school years, she was an avid hockey and basketball player and would often represent Zimbabwe in regional tournaments. But her passions were way beyond that. In 1996, Tsitsi co-founded the Higher Life Foundation with her husband, Strive Masiyiwa. The foundation was created basically to provide educational opportunities to vulnerable and talented children across Africa. And as of now, they have successfully supported over 250,000 students in Zimbabwe, Burundi, and Lesotho.
So he applied for a license and they said no, and then he took them to court. And I thought, well,
over the years, the foundation has taken major steps to improve access to quality education through scholarships and digital learning platforms like Ruzivo Digital Learning. After that, Tsitsi established Delta Philanthropies in 2017 to invest in human capital development and create sustainable livelihoods. As a philanthropist, her efforts have also earned her international recognition. In 2018, she and her husband received the Points of Light Award from UK Prime Minister Theresa May for their commitment to improving learning opportunities for underprivileged children across Africa. Although she insists that her net worth is not made private, she and her family are undoubtedly one of Zimbabwe's wealthiest. Her husband, Strive Masiyiwa, founder of Econet Wireless, has an estimated net worth of $1.2 billion. Number 5, Melody Hobson. When Melody was born, she was the youngest of 6 children, but she didn't let that stop power. She was raised by her single mother, Dorothy, who renovated apartments, and Melody witnessed firsthand the struggles of financial instability. Despite these hardships, however, she excelled academically and graduated from St. Ignatius College Prep in 1987.
So I was using the children, and I have been using children as a gateway to adults.
Yes.
I thought if I could have parents think, I've got to teach this to my children.
She then attended Princeton University to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree from the Woodrow Wilson School of Public and International Affairs in 1991. Upon graduating, Melody joined a Chicago-based investment management firm, Ariel Investments, as an intern. More than anyone could deny, she became a powerhouse and propelled herself through the ranks to become the firm's senior vice president and director of marketing. In 2000, she was appointed president and later ascended to co-CEO. Because of her, Ariel Investments grew its assets under management significantly. Now it holds the position of one of the largest African-American-owned money management firms in the U.S.
And I believed him. And I was like, wow, that is fascinating. Like, he means it.
Right.
And that's why they're so excellent.
Besides her role at Ariel, Melody has served on the boards of major corporations, including J.P. Morgan Chase and Starbucks Corporation. This is where she became chair in 2021, and the first black woman to chair an S&P 500 company. As for philanthropy, she's doing a lot of work with a lot of money. She has been involved with a Chicago nonprofit providing high-quality programs for teens called After School Matters. There's one thing, however, that no one can deny. Success looks great on her. Number 4, Janice Bryant, Howroyd.
Marketing and branding for DE&I that the efforts in effect just are blurring around.
Janice was born on the 1st of September 1952 in Tarboro, North Carolina, and she was the 4th of 11 children in a family. However, her parents were the type that valued education and believed in hard work. During her teenage years, she was among the first African-American students to integrate her town's high school. She would later recount that the experience instilled in her a strong sense of determination. After earning degrees in humanities and English from North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, Howroyd moved to Los Angeles in 1976. There, she worked as a temporary secretary at Billboard magazine and gained exposure to business operations and built a network of professional contacts. In 1978, with approximately $1,500 and a $900 loan from her mother, Howroyd founded the ACT1 Group. At the time, the staffing agency was in a small office in Beverly Hills, and her first client was her former employer, Billboard.
Who I am as a woman. First of all, my mom and dad were very respectful of each other. I never saw them argue.
And because of her dedication and a commitment to understanding her clients' needs, she was able to expand the company in a short while. Today, the Actone Group is a global enterprise that provides workforce solutions including temporary staffing and consulting services with estimated revenues of $1.1 billion. This makes Howroyd the first African-American woman to ever build and own a billion-dollar company. And as of 2023, her personal net worth is estimated at $600 million, and she remains the only African-American woman to build and run a billion-dollar company. Number 3, Beyoncé. Many think that Queen Bey was born privileged, but her story is quite the opposite. She was just a young girl in Houston who became a global superstar and entrepreneur by nothing but hard work.
Superdome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get it.
Beyoncé Knowles Carter was born on the 4th of September 1981, and at a really early age, she showed a passion for performing arts. She would enroll in dance classes and attend art schools in Houston. Her father, Matthew Knowles, was a businessman, and her mother, Tina Knowles, was a costume designer and hairstylist who supported her ambitions throughout her life. Beyoncé's career actually began in her childhood, where she participated in local talent shows. At some point, she won 35 competitions in a row. At 9, she started voice lessons with an opera singer and joined the group Destiny's Child, which became one of the best-selling girl groups in history. By 2003, Beyoncé launched her solo career with the album Dangerously in Love, which had massive hits like Crazy in Love and Baby Boy.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out.
Now, she is one of the world's most celebrated musicians, having released 8 solo studio albums, all debuting at #1 on Billboard's Top 200 list. Beyoncé has also ventured into acting and starred in films like Dreamgirls and The Lion King. She also established herself as a businesswoman by founding Parkwood Entertainment. The entertainment company is involved in various aspects of her career, including music production and film. Then there's her fashion line, Ivy Park, that's in collaboration with Adidas. As of December 2023, Forbes has been able to connect her 3-decade-long career to a net worth of $800 million. She even became wealthier after her Renaissance World Tour, which grossed over $579 million. Number 2, Oprah Winfrey. On the list of people who have had a rough background, Oprah Winfrey is probably number 1. She was born on the 29th of January 1954 in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, to a teenage single mother. Unfortunately, however, Oprah had to go through hardships, including poverty and abuse.
Oh my goodness! I'm at Harvard! Wow!
Despite these issues, she excelled academically and was able to secure a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, where she studied communication. Oprah's media career officially began in radio during high school, and by 19, she became the youngest and first black female news anchor at Nashville's WLAC-TV. Her natural charisma is what eventually led her to host the local talk show People Are Talking in Baltimore, which paved the way for her move to Chicago in 1984 to host AM Chicago. In 1986, The Oprah Winfrey Show debuted nationally, ran for 25 years, and became one of the highest-rated television programs. But television isn't the only field that Oprah has discovered a strength in. She has ventured into various media enterprises.
Hi, Super Soul fans. Welcome to the Best of the Oprah Show on Super Soul Sunday. You know, I believe your life speaks to you through every daily experience.
She founded Harpo Productions and became the first Black American woman to own a production company. Her company produced films like The Color Purple, in which she also acted. In fact, the movie has once gotten an Academy Award nomination. In 2000, she got involved in print media and launched Oh, the Oprah magazine. In 2011 again, Oprah introduced the Oprah Winfrey Network, and right now, Forbes estimates her net worth at $3 billion. We have to admit, no one does it like Oprah Winfrey. Number 1, Rihanna.
In other people's beds, in other hotel beds, and traveling all over the world. I'm about to go on tour.
The number 1 black woman in this list is none other than Robin Rihanna Fenty from Barbados, who rose from small beginnings to become a global icon and self-made billionaire. After Riri was discovered by American producer Evan Rogers at 15, she moved to the U.S. to pursue music, which led to her 2005 debut album, Music of the Sun. And we all know that hits like Umbrella and We Found Love shook the world and turned her into a full-blown pop sensation. However, music was merely the starting point for Rihanna. Now, she's ventured into business. The world finally got to see her passion for fashion and beauty when she launched Fenty Beauty in 2017. She partnered with luxury conglomerate LVMH and introduced a cosmetics line that is known for inclusivity compared to many other fashion brands. As of now, there are 40 different foundation shades catering to diverse skin tones. A lot of people were beyond amazed to see that a music artist would be the one to revolutionize the beauty industry by setting new diversity standards. Within a month, Fenty Beauty's sales reached $72 million, and by 2018, the brand had amassed $100 million in revenue. In 2018, Rihanna further expanded her empire with the lingerie line, Savage X Fenty. Now, her net worth is about $1.7 billion by 2021, with a record of being the wealthiest female musician globally and second only to Oprah Winfrey among female entertainers. If you felt inspired by these amazing women, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories. While we have self-made rich black women, there are some black women that are so powerful that they are heavily protected like presidents. Click on the video showing right now on the screen to check it out and join the conversation in the comment.